I'm just here for the beer. I'm just here for the beer.
You are listening to Just Here for the Beer Radio, Canada's only dedicated beer radio show. Joe Leary along with Rick Mohabir, one of our all-time favorite sponsors, Viti Wine and Lager, located in the Moda Hotel at the corner of Seymour and Smythe in downtown Vancouver. Ralph Janikis is the manager, and it's time for our Brewery of the Month. And it's always interesting to see what you bring in. And, boy, you got a couple of interesting-looking labels there, Ralph.
Yeah, we've got Parallel 49, one of Vancouver's newest breweries. A really, really surprisingly good outfit, given that they are so young. And, of course, with Parallel 49, we have a very talented brewmaster by the name of Graham With, who was the founder of Van Brewers, which is a home brewers association. He's also a certified beer judge, so his palate is required at a number of the brewing competitions here in BC. Parallel 49 are based somewhere in East Vancouver around Triumph and Victoria Drive, and they are just really, really stepping it up with each new release. We've got two new ones here. One of them is called Ugly Sweater, and this is a milk stout. And what a milk stout is, it's obviously a stout beer, but it's actually brewed with some lactose. It gives a little bit of a creamy mouthfeel, and I think this is just a real knockout of a beer. This is surprisingly refreshing, and it's got all those classic sort of chocolatey, slightly coffee stout notes that you come to appreciate with the colder weather.
But it's not heavy on the tongue. Like a lot of people will hear stouts, porters, or even look at a dark beer and automatically go to that far end and think it's very heavy, but it's very rich and flavorful, but still light on the body, light on the tongue.
Yeah. We talked before about how the wine market, it went beyond the traditional nice, simple label, nice, classy-looking logo to some rather outlandish names and outlandish concepts. And I always thought, did that kind of cheapen the profile of wine? My question is, this is good beer, but when people see those labels, is that going to detract from some serious beer consumers, or do people on the beer guys today, beer guys and gals, do they get it and they're seeking out these kinds of things?
Well, I think a lot of them are, and you have in the sales and marketing department Mike Todd, who came from Central City Brewing. Now, this guy's been around. He has done just a standout job in getting Parallel 49 now into the Alberta market, getting it listed at the BCLDB stores here, but he seems to know what he's doing, and while this is called Ugly Sweater, it's sort of a cute, almost Simpson-like label. Mm-hmm. I find the character a little creepy, frankly, but I think that might be part of its appeal, Joe.
Okay, now the other bottle there, a much bigger bottle, is called Salty Scott. What is that?
Salty Scott. This is, and again, I think the recipe on this is a little bit proprietary, and Graham has really done an outstanding job with this beer. This is obviously a sweeter beer. It's got almost sort of a Scotch toffee kind of quality to it, but they've added some sea salt. And that, for anyone who has enjoyed sort of chocolate salted caramels, it is a very appealing drink. And what do you think of it?
I like it. I like it a lot.
I mean, this is something that you could have with, game meats that are stewed with dried fruit, or you can have it with something like a sticky pudding, an English sticky pudding.
I'd almost say it's like a smorgasbord of flavor. There's just so many different things you can pull out of it.
Yeah, and so right away, as Ralph was saying, that you can smell the caramel on it, and then you can taste that caramel midway through. Mm-hmm. And then it seems to disappear with a little bit of bite on the end of it. Just beautiful.
What I find magical about the aromas coming out of this glass is that if you were to taste this blind and you didn't know what this was, somebody puts this underneath your nose, you would think you were smelling a beautiful, naturally made vanilla ice cream.
True.
I mean, it just pops out like that.
And this is coming to us from Parallel 49, which is one of those new brewers in the Vancouver area, gaining a lot of attention very quickly.
Absolutely. And it's the three guys who actually, I think, started up St. Augustine's. And it was a few years after St. Augustine's success that they decided we're going to start a brewery.
What is the price point on these, Ralph?
I believe the Salty Scott in the 650 ml bottle comes in at around $7 and change. And the Ugly Sweater comes in a 6-pack. It hasn't arrived at my store yet, but we'll be here this week.
And your store, of course, Viti Wine and Lagers at the corner of Seymour and Smythe in the Moda Hotel, VitiWineLagers.com, and at Viti_wine_lagers on Twitter. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.